Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our sixth episode of the First of All We Read literary series. My name is Kareem Nulan. I'm a member of the Springfield chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And this program is brought to you by the Springfield Fraternity of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated and the Lee B. Revels Scholarship and Mentoring Foundation. Thank those of you who have joined us before, and for those of us who are new, thank you for coming out as well. Thank you for the parents, our teachers, our artists, our authors, and all of our other supporters. Our fraternity motto is, first of all, servants of all, we shall transcend all. That means that we give to our local communities and we serve them. And we serve them through education, through programs like this, where we share our love for reading with our youth. We do political equity movements through Hopeless People is a Voteless People projects. And we work to give scholarships to young men of color in the local Springfield, Massachusetts area who are looking to continue their education in college. And we come out of our pockets a lot to do these programs. And so we'd like to ask you for your support. In the chat section, you'll find a way that you can donate, or you can just visit us on our website at springfieldalphas.com. So today, I'm excited to share with you a book that I found and I really love. And we're going to celebrate this through Women's History Month. And as a result of it, we found this book. It's called Sulwe. The book was written by Lupita Nyong'o and illustrated by Vashti Harrison. So those of you who know her, Lupita Nyong'o, she was the person that played in Black Panther. So if you've ever watched that movie, that's a beautiful, beautiful movie, and you should all watch that. And Vashti Harrison is an illustrator, and she's an author as well, who's written books like Little Leaders, Bold Women, in Black history. So she's written a lot of books as well. But Sulwe is a book that talks about learning to love yourself from within. Sometimes people judge us on our outward appearance, but that's not always the way. That's not always the way we come. So when you think of yourself, understand that beauty is coming from the inside out. It's coming from our heart and mind, and it's not necessarily coming from our outward appearance. I really love this book, and I'm glad that I get a chance to share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Sulwe, written by Lupita Nyong'o, illustrated by Vashti Harrison. So Sulwe was born the color of midnight. She looked nothing like her family, not even a little, not even at all. Mama was the color of dawn, Baba, color of dusk, and Mitch, her sister, was the color of high noon. Hardly anyone at school looked like Sulwe either. People gave her sister Mitch pet names like Sunshine and Ray and Beauty. People gave Sulwe names like Blackie and Darky and Night. Sulwe felt hurt every time, so she hid while her sister made lots of friends. That's hurtful. Sulwe dreamed of being the same color as her sister. She wanted real friends too. See her sister playing with her friends, and Sulwe's dreaming of that. So she got the biggest eraser she could find, and she tried to rub off a layer two of her darkness. Ouch, that hurt. She crept into her mama's room, and don't you guys do that, and helped herself to her makeup. Oh no, she would hear about this from mama. Sulwe decided to work from the inside out and ate only the lightest, brightest foods. So look at her, she's there eating bananas and mushrooms and I don't even know what that is. Milk, cauliflower. Let's see what happens. With a stomach ache, she went to bed early and turned to God for a miracle. Dear Lord, Why do I look like midnight when my mother looks like dawn? Please make me as fair as the parents I'm from. I want to be beautiful, not just pretend. I want to have daylight. I want to have friends. If you hear me, my Lord, and would like to comply, may I wake up as bright as the sun in the sky. Amen. That's hurtful. When Mama came in to wake her for school the next morning, Sulwe rose to find not a trace of daylight in her midnight skin. Didn't find anything. Sulwe told her mama everything. Mama asked, "What is your name?" Sulwe muttered. "And what does it mean?" "Star," she whispered. Brightness is not in your skin, my love. Brightness is just who you are. As for beauty, Mama said, rubbing Sulwe's stomach the way she always did to comfort her, you are beautiful. Sulwe sighed. Well, you're beautiful to me, but you can't rely on what you look like to make you feel beautiful, my sweet. Real beauty comes from your mind and your heart. This is something else. It begins with how you see yourself, not how others see you. Now up you get and out you go. But how could she, as dark as she was, have brightness in her? How could she have beauty when no one but her mother seemed to see it? How could she be a star? Well, look at what happened now. That night, a shooting star appeared at Sulwe's window. The night sent me, the star said. Come with me. Sulwe hopped on the star and off they went. See her getting on that star? Long ago, at the beginning of time, said the star, there was night and day, and they were sisters. So you guys see, there's day right there, and then there's night. So they're sisters. They loved each other very much. But people didn't treat the sisters the same. People gave they pet names like lovely and nice and pretty. People gave night names like scary and bad and ugly. She felt hurt every time. Well, Night got fed up and walked off the earth. Let's see what happens. They stayed behind and enjoyed making everybody happy in the sun. So look at, there's people, they're getting water, and then they have their cattle, and look at the crops, and they're grabbing fruit, and they're dancing and happy. But then the day grew too long. And what happened then? Their crops started to go away. They got tired. There was no water. So who did they need? There had to be a way to get her back. They set out to find Night, and she did. I miss you, said Day. I miss you too, said Night. But you don't know what it feels like to be treated badly for being dark. You're right, I don't, Day replied. But what I do know is that we need you just the way you are. Come on and see. Night returned and people rejoiced. We need the darkest night to get the deepest rest. We need you so that we can grow and dream and keep our secrets to ourselves. The stars chimed in. Brightness isn't just for you, daylight. Light comes in all colors, and some light can only be seen in the dark. While day had golden glow, with night everything had a silver sheen, elegant and fine. So look at the corals under the under the water, and see how they light up. If you ever get to a beach, you'll get to see them. Day told her sister, when you're darkest is when you're most beautiful. It's when you're most you. Could it be that night didn't need to change? Not even a little? Not even at all? What do you guys think? Now that night and day were back together, a little of night returned in the form of a shadow, and a little bit of day returned to night in the form of moonlight. So you see, we get moonlight is a little bit of day, and we get shadows in the form of night during the day. That's beautiful. They were inseparable from that moment on, and promised to celebrate the brightness in each other, whether people chose to see it or not. So look at her, you see her? She's on the star and they're traveling. You see the star explain? We need both. We need both on the sunniest day and in the darkest night, and every shade in between. Together they make the world we know, light and dark, strong and beautiful. Look at this. Look at what we find. So Sulwe rose the next morning beaming. There would be no hiding anymore. She belonged out in the world, dark and beautiful, bright and strong. Dark and beautiful, bright and strong. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And if she ever needed a reminder of the brightness, she could look up in the sky on the darkest night and see for herself, right? She could look at the stars and she could see herself. Sulwe felt beautiful inside and out. The end. Well, thank everybody for joining us. I had a great time reading to you this morning, and thank all of you that were able to join me. And remember, if you get a chance today, I want everybody to go into the bathroom and look into the mirror and say, I am beautiful. And just remember, beauty comes from within, and it comes from your heart and your mind. And I want everybody to remember that you're beautiful no matter what anyone says. So once again, on behalf of the Springfield chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha, we wish you the best, and we will see you guys in a couple of weeks with with episode 7 of First of All We Read literary series. Thank you.